Okay, so the Communist Party's platform on healthcare. Remember, healthcare has been the singular decisive issue that has distinguished all progressive politics in America for the past 15 years. And the CPUSA is about, it has factions within it, powerful factions, that want to make the CPU's platform entirely catered to this fucking guy. This fucking guy. Then look at him. It's all going to be for him. It's all going to be for him. Is this our Communist Party? Americans, is this our American Communist Party? Is this what it's going to become? Is this what the American Communist Party is going to become? Well, we already had the Democratic Socialists of America become this. We already had that. Is this the fate of the American Communist Party? The Communist Party of the United States? Is this what's going to happen? It already happened to the DSA. Y'all going to let this happen? These academic chicken neck pasty nerds are gonna fucking take over the party and fuck it all up. And they're writing essays. They're writing essays as we speak. I really believe in the Communist Party. I believe in it. But as of right now, the young people who seem to be joining it seem to be shitting it up in the same way I witnessed firsthand. I witnessed how they fucked up the DSA. I witnessed it firsthand. And I'm looking at the same thing happening again for the Communist Party. That's the road it's going down. They're going to try to shit up the Communist Party just like how they ruined the DSA. Someone's got to stop them. This is where, but here's the difference. Now I got a voice. I never had a voice to prevent them from shitting up the DSA. I have a voice now to try and prevent them from shitting up the Communist Party. We can stop this. Not specifically we. You, viewers who are in America, you can stop this. You can stop this shit from happening. You can really fucking put a stop to this garbage. You can put a stop to this and save the Communist Party. You can really do it. I'm telling you, you could do it. You could stop these people in their tracks and you could fucking turn this party in the right direction. You got to write your own articles for them. You got to write your own proposals. You got to seize hegemony. You got to speak out. You got to speak out. Let the other perspective be known. Fight for the American working class. Fight for the middle peasant. Fight for the middle peasant to make it a workers' party. Well, you're going to need tough people to do it. You're going to need strong people to do it. But you can do it. I thought you said no activism. This is what activism is in my view. Guys, you should go do this. I'm not telling you you should. I'm telling you can. I'm actually telling you if you did this, you could make a difference. Should you? That's up to you. But I'm letting you know you would make a difference if you did that. If you go be an activist, you're not making a difference. You're just making yourself feel good. I'm telling you, you can go make a difference here. Do you want to make a difference? Don't do it just because I'm telling you to. Do you believe in the American working class? Do you believe in the bigness and power of the people? Are you sick of all this identity politics? Are you sick of all of this social justice bullshit? Are you sick of all the virtue signaling about marginalized groups? Are you sick about the infection of Marxism with intersectionalism and academic intersectionality, which was manufactured by the CIA in Langley Base, Maryland? Are you sick of all that shit? I sure as hell know that I am. Well, if you're sick of that, you can make a difference in the Communist Party, because this party is growing. This is a growing party. And these DSA type PMC people, by no means is it inevitable that they're going to monopolize everything. By no means is it inevitable that they're going to be able to shit this party up. If we have people like you stopping them in their tracks, nobody like this, there is nothing like this platform or this community that was around during the time of the DSA. Now we are around. We're around now. You understand? Now we're around. Now we're here. And now we can really make a difference. I'm telling you, we really can. For real, we really can. Most of the people on the left are young. I know. Guys, the DSA was already a CIA party. But in the beginning stages, it showed some promise. But it got fucked up. This is the Communist Party. You want to know how old this Communist Party is? I think it's even older than the Chinese Communist Party. It has so much history. This is the party that witnessed the October Revolution. This is an old party. If you're a communist in America, that's your party, dude. I don't care. If you're a real communist in America, this is your party. It's yours. So take it back. And don't fucking let these people shit it up, just like they did with the DSA. There was a time when the Communist Party showed promise. There was a time when the Communist Party was working class, substantively a working class party. It always had flaws. Always. Even in the 30s, it had flaws. But that's the Communist Party. That's where it all comes from. We don't have the Democrats, guys. We're not, this is not the Destiny or Dylan Burns or Vosh community. This is our party. The Democrats are not our party. This is our party. If you're a communist in America, this is your party. It is your party. Now, when are you going to fucking wise up from this new left? I know during the new left, everyone splintered off and did their small, stupid bullshit. Now it's time to come back home. It's time to come back home. That's your party. That's your party. Just like if you leave home. Well, you got to come back eventually because you come from somewhere. I'm just saying, this is your party. If you're going to let yourself get cucked and let these fucking libs take it over. Okay, guess, hey, Ham Fasto, I need you to get out of your cult mentality and wake up to the 21st century. Everything is fucking infiltrated. Infrared is probably infiltrated. How many of you are infiltrators? Probably some. You don't beat infiltrators by caring about people's personal background. You beat infiltrators by making sure a party pursues a correct line. If a party pursues a correct path and a correct line and a correct relationship to concrete reality, it doesn't matter if everyone's a Fed. As long as they're pursuing the correct path, it doesn't matter who's a Fed or not. It literally doesn't matter if it's Feds. Literally every single person in the CPUSA could be a Fed. But if they pursued the correct line, the effective line, the line to victory, it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't fucking matter. This is the 21st century. Everything is infiltrated. How many people in the Chinese Communist Party do you think are foreign agents? Probably a good number. But the Communist Party in China pursues the correct line, the line that strengthens China. So it doesn't matter how many of them. They're not going to have a great purges like in the 30s in the Soviet Union. It has to be called Commonwealth Republicanism. This is where I disagree. I disagree with people who want to change the optics of communism because people will see the similarity and they are going to pin you down as a communist. You're going to be a communist either way. They're going to see someone has to answer for communism. Somebody has to answer for what happened. So at one point 25% of planet Earth were ruled by communist governments. You can't just throw that under the rug. You got to embrace it, make sense of it, and make it make sense for people. Because you're not going to throw it out. You're not going to get rid of that or brush it under the rug. It has changed reality irreversibly. It has irreversibly changed reality. And people want answers. So own it. People want fucking answers about what the fuck happened. What is all this shit they're being told about? If you don't tell them what happened, someone else is going to. And when you start to sound like communists, since you don't want to call yourself one, people are going to accuse you of all the fucking lies and propaganda that they were told about communism. Because you resemble them enough. And they're going to see the connection. Don't lie to people. Don't cover up what you are. Be honest. Wear it on your chest. I'm telling you, you can save the CPUSA. You really can save it. You can allow people to. You can win the CPUSA. And you can turn it into a very effective party. The CP, you can initiate the divorce proceedings between the CPUSA and the Democrats. Right now, the CPUSA is married to the Democrats. Here's what you can do. You can cuck the Democrats. Make the CPUSA cheat on its Democrat husband. And finally effect the divorce. The perfect time to make the case to the CPUSA that it can no longer afford to associate itself with the Democrats and strictly define itself by opposition to the Republicans. Thank you, Danzy, which is an erroneous reading of the Popular Front tactics of the 1930s. The best time to do that is now. Right now, there's a political realignment in America. Right now, the Biden administration is the most hawkish pro-imperialist in a long time. Right now, there's a decisive confrontation between the United States and China. If there was ever a time to prove that the Democrats are not the popular progressive bourgeoisie, but are rather a platform for some kind of future fascism to incubate, the time is now. It's right now. Hello? Okay. I'm just saying, a lot of you Americans, you call yourself communists. You call yourself, this is your party, the Communist Party. Why keep calling yourself a communist if you're not going to acknowledge this is your party, the Communist Party? It's right here. It didn't go away. It wasn't dissolved. If the Communist Party ever dissolved, I would be looking into ways to reconstitute one. It's always been here under your nose. The Communist Party. It's always been here. It's just that the wrong people took it over. And everyone else was too stupid and ineffective. You want to know why the people who took over the Communist Party took it over? You want to know the real reason? Because their strategy was the smartest out of everyone. That doesn't reflect good on their strategy. That reflects poorly on the Marxist-Leninists who wanted to contest them. The time is to return the CPUSA to its Stalinist roots. From the moment the CPUSA had to accept Khrushchev's denunciation of Stalin, it spelled the beginning of the end for the party. Now is the time for critical reflection based on the Chinese perspective, and I'll explain the Chinese perspective, for the CPUSA's past decision. The CPUSA must soberly confront precisely why it is that the Soviet Union collapsed and China is still here. Khrushchev's secret speech is one of those reasons. Now, the Chinese Communist Party, thank you, Hate Corruption, engaged in a critique of Stalin, but they did not fully repudiate and denounce him. Now, there was a time that the CPUSA could purge all the Stalinists because they were tied, the CPUSA was tied to the Soviet Union's ruling party, but the Soviet Union is gone now. The material basis of Khrushchev's denunciation has disappeared. You could have so much more success as a communist party in USA if you rejected Chinese-style communism. Why? Then what style of communism are you going to pursue, Affinity? The Soviet style? Chinese-style communism is the most successful. Most Americans don't want to live in China. Well, no one's saying they're going to import the Chinese model to America. They're saying that China proves communism can work. China is a different civilization. It has a different culture, a different history, and a different people. We all know that. We want the Communist Party of the USA, not the Communist Party of China. But we're learning from China because we understand that markets and profit is not incompatible with socialism. We don't have to have, if anything, the Chinese style is the most popular one because it means the state doesn't have to take over all aspects of economic life. Yeah, it does. Learning from China is different from replicating it. Sure, but if you say you want communism, most Americans think you want China, and they should be educated about Chinese-style governance. They should be educated about those things. There's two, listen, I don't care if you're an ultra-leftist or what. If you call yourself a communist, you are part of one or two parties. You are either the Democrat Party or you're with the Communist Party. Which is your party? Which is your party? So when people, they're in the Republican Party, they're in the Democrat Party, which is your party? The Communist Party, that's right. The Communist Party. It's in the fucking name. It's in the name. But guess what? Let me tell you another thing. Infrared will never, ever join the Communist Party. Why? Because we always have to be separate from them to have the necessary space to critique them. If we join them, we have to take orders from them. See, let me tell you guys something. Media is the basis of parties. Media. What's the basis of the Democratic Party's power? The mainstream media. It's all media. What's the basis of the Republican Party's power? Alternative media. That's why the Republican Party is the fucking party of Trump. Because Trump created, participated in, and helped establish an alternative media network to the mainstream media, or what he called the lamestream media. It's all media. So yeah, the first thing the Communist Party has to control is its media. I don't want to be its media. I want to be able to sit from a distance and bitch about them. Because they need to change so fundamentally for me to consider joining. Or for me to consider putting infrared under their authority. Just like BreadTube doesn't join the Democrats but helps the Democrats out, I won't join the Communist Party, but I'll help the Communist Party out.